What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle Markwalter, and you're watching a Film Bite review. Today, I will be reviewing the next addition to the DCEU, Shazam. Shazam is the 7th installment in the DC Extended Universe. It was directed by David F. Sandberg, who you actually might know more from his horror films. That's where he's actually been working for the past several years. And this is his first real, big, major motion picture in a lot of ways. And in general, I'm highly pleased by what I watched. Shazam is one of those older DC characters. He's been around for quite some time, actually. When my grandfather and I were in the movie theater watching a different movie and an ad for Shazam came on, he recognized him right away from the comics way back dating to 1940s and 50s with this character. The film version of Shazam follows Billy Batson. He was orphaned when he was a young boy and has spent most of his childhood running away from various foster homes. He gets placed in a new foster home in Philadelphia and runs across a wizard who bestows upon him a set of magical powers. These powers allow him to transform into an adult version, essentially, of himself by saying the words Shazam. Zachary Levi plays the adult version and does a fantastic job. The main antagonist of this film is also going through some family problems. His name is Dr. Savannah, and he's played by a marvelous Mark Strong. Dr. Savannah had a run-in with the wizard when he was a little kid and was not chosen to be the wizard's new champion. Bitter over this and the fact that his father and his older brother never cared for him when he was a child and still as an adult do not value him, he sets off to both seek revenge as well as find the new boy who has received the wizard's magical powers. Shazam follows the story of Billy as he struggles to both battle this new villain in his life as well as come to terms with the nature of his lost and now reforming family. The film is incredibly fun and energetic. It's got a set of protagonists you can get behind really, really easily. Billy Batson, the other foster kids in his home, the parents taking care of the foster children are all wonderfully cast and portrayed, and you just feel for them all the way through, and as you watch their story develop, you are just taken along the ride with them the whole way. The script, with a few moments of overlooked logic, is really tightly written and draws you into the struggle of these characters very, very quickly. And their struggle is something that feels really real and natural and actually really refreshing for a superhero or comic film. The themes of seeking family and seeking a group of people with whom you feel like you belong is a real deep human experience, and the film does a wonderful job of filtering that theme through this sort of superhero lens that's already built into the comic book story of Shazam. The directing is not anything special, although the performances that Sandberg is able to get out of, especially his kid actors, his child actors, is really, really good. There's a few fantastically cast foster children who are wonderful. The character of Darla, I would point out in particular, is especially adorable, cute, and well cast.
Listen to me, Darla. You cannot tell anybody about this, all right?
But it's Billy. He's a hero.
Yeah, but if a supervillain finds out that he's a hero, that endangers us, okay? A hero's loved ones are like the perfect bad guy target.
Is she even good at keeping secrets?
Moderate.
No.
Oh, God.
And the adult casting choice is also really solid. Mark Strong is a wonderful actor, and I think that giving him the role of this antagonist in this film really suits him well, and he really leans into it and does a marvelous job. But there are some underused elements of the script that I feel like could have been very naturally fleshed out a little more. One of the main antagonists of the film is a group of creatures that are the 7 deadly sins, and I feel like when you include something like that in there, as well as these characters who are going through a lot of personal struggles, you could have fleshed out a lot more deeply the use of these 7 deadly sins in this film as antagonists, more so than they were actually used, but we'll let that be. Regardless of those shortcomings of some of the script and some of the story moments, one of the main strengths, though, that caught my attention and that feels really awesome in a comic book, a mainstream comic book film like this, is the use of diversity in the film. The story of Shazam already has a lot of diversity built into the characters, the foster children around Billy Batson, and it comes across really strongly in the film. The script writers and the filmmakers have done a really good job to utilize the diversity of their characters in ways that feels both really naturalistic but also really refreshing. You have not only racial diversity across the main core set of characters, but also physical ability diversity, which is something you rarely see in comic book related films.
Oh, thank God!
Hey, stop right there. How do I know you're not a supervillain using telepathic abilities to make me believe that you're Billy? Huh?
What?
All I have to do is press dial on this thing.
No, I have proof. Here.
But one of the things that I also look for in films regarding diversity is how many of those 1 or 2 scene characters, or how many of those small one-line characters are actors of color or just not white men. And this movie does a great job of diversifying even those small parts. From women characters who take on roles that often would have in movies usually are immediately cast to be men, or roles that are one scene, one line characters that are given to actors of color. And that's really awesome to see that this movie itself, while the main core set of characters around family are very diverse, that the larger reaching set of characters are also diverse in all different ways. Sure, there are certain things that we can nitpick about different elements of the diversity and how that plays out across, especially a superhero film or a comic book film where disability is often something that gets overlooked. But in general, it's really refreshing to see a film like this utilize such a wide-ranging group of acting talent across the film. All in all, I would give this film 3.5 out of 5 bites. It provides a highly entertaining, fun superhero experience. It's funny, it's dramatic, it's exciting, it's engaging all the way through. And it has enough heart and substance to it, as well as the refreshing elements of diversity, to really make this a unique and enjoyable new kind of comic book experience. Thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Kyle Mark Walter for Film Bite. Remember, every movie I review is worth watching. Taste takes training, so train yours. Please subscribe to my channel and leave any comments below. Thank you for watching.